and David Hindley has been commissioned by transforming the song of the Dodo, which had been extinct far longer than we all have lived, into music. And we will hear that, we're going to hear that in the concert, not played by you, because it's for electronic music. He stuck that to electronic means, right?
Well, Dad actually created all this music for electronic, created it all to be electronically performed, because until we met Rolf, there was no pianist who was up for performance of these very challenging pieces. So that's been partly the delight of this latter day bit of the journey, with this whole bit of bringing this music to performance. But in Dad's own lifetime, there was only ever you could only ever appreciate an electronic performance of his work. And so, you know, that was the case for the pieces that we're going to hear Rolf play today. But also then Dad he was commissioned by BirdLife International in the 90s to contribute to recreate the song of actually the Huia, which is a New Zealand bird that was hunted, not just hunted to extinction, but it was really the effect of colonialism that brought that about, of destruction of habitat, of bringing in cats and dogs, which are outside predators, and the rest. But you know, what happened to the Huia in New Zealand happened to the Dodo in Mauritius back in the 17th century. So there was BirdLife International produced this whole CD of extinct and threatened birds, and it's he contributed that bit. But then on the back of that, he was then invited by the Natural History Programme for the Really Wild show, and actually he was there with the early Chris Packham on one of the Really Wild shows talking about extinction in the early 90s. So Dad recreated imaginatively, because there is no recording. With the Huia, there was a whistled recording of a Maori Indigenous New Zealand person whistling the song of the Huia, which Dad used to create the Huia, but there was no such sort of relic to explore for the Dodo. So the Dodo is part of the pigeon and dove family, so the Barbary dove, and it's like a really big pigeon, and it was a really big bird, and it was a really trusting bird that had no predators on Mauritius until the predators came, and would just lay its egg in the open and just sit upon it and just wouldn't run away. But it was completely wiped out. So it's, you know, people laugh about the Dodo, and even the Latin name is Didus ineptus. It's just so insulting for the poor old Dodo. But anyway, I think Dad's done a really good job with creating the song, and I think